Hey BookTube and AuthorTube, it's Brekkie from BrekkeWrites. I've got, let's see if you can see her, the baby bunny on my back, and we are doing a little walk through our back garden, which we've just tilled up. We are expanding our garden this year. Something I wanted to do, but we got a jump on. We were going to wait a couple years, but now we have decided to just really expand because, you know, a global pandemic and a possible food crisis underway. That being said, I wanted to talk a little bit about writing when you have a lot going on and are working from home. See our potato buckets? Got some leaves cropping up there. You know, I've been trying to write. I've got a bunch of story ideas and had a really successful April in a lot of ways, but May has not been nearly as successful. It's not been as successful because my day job has really ramped up and I am a lot busier than I was a little while ago. This raised bed is not doing as well as I had hoped. Some birds and squirrels have eaten a lot of my broccoli and cabbage seedlings, so that's not gone the way I'd hoped it had. But writing is hard when you're stressed out, and part of writing is that you have to have a creative well. You have to have this depth, this creative pool that you're drawing from as you create stories and worlds on the page. It doesn't matter if you're writing fantasy or you're writing contemporary or you're writing a nonfiction story. You still have to draw from a creative space. And I know that all of the stress that I've been under the last several weeks means I haven't had a lot of creative space. And so I haven't been creating as much content as I would have liked because there just isn't the kind of space available for me to fill that well and then have time, really, and energy to then use that well to write stories. Little boo-boos, like that one over there, little bunny, take up a lot of energy. They're teething. The girls are 8 months now. They're crawling. One of my twins, not this one, the other twin, little bear, she's crawling. Little bunny has 2 teeth in and 2 more she's cutting. We're beginning to introduce solids. I mean, it's just, parenting is a crazy time. Not to mention, work is crazy. I work at a college. We just finished the semester, and when normally is a calm down time is actually ramping up. I'm applying for a big grant. We're hoping to introduce some new programs. We're having to completely redesign our entire year next year, not just semester, but a whole year, and have all these contingencies in place. So what do you do with that when you are creative? What do you do with that when your long-term dream was to create a life where between, you know, writing and some other work, I could be at home full-time. I wanted to homestead. As you guys can see, you know, I'm a novice gardener, but I do love gardening. I am a novice home cook, but I do love it. How do you take these dreams that you have when the world has flipped upside down and pursue them without giving them up, without feeling it's futile, and also pursue them in a way that's pragmatic? I'm a pragmatist. I'm a romantic in many ways, an optimist in many ways, but my heart of hearts, I'm a pragmatist. And so how do you balance all of those things? For me, I've had to take a little bit of a break from my online involvement, particularly in YouTube, just because editing and uploading videos is hard. I'm actually doing videos for my job right now, and so sitting down in front of the camera for fun hasn't been as fun when you're doing it for your job. And what does that mean? What does that look like? How do we measure productivity when a lot of us need rest? And how do you give yourself rest when it means letting go of dreams, or at least deferring them? These are things I'm asking myself. I don't have answers. I wish I did. But I wanted to give you a little bit of an update. As far as the works in progress, I basically have 3. The first one is the finished and has gone through 2 rounds of revision rom-com, The New Normal. I will be doing another round of revisions on that. I do hope to get those done in order to get it back out into the querying trenches this summer. I think it needs a couple of additional pieces to deepen some relationships, and I'm hoping, I'm trying with a new CP. Y'all, I've had the worst luck with CPs. I will send back feedback. I've revised whole manuscripts for folks and have received no feedback. So I'm a little bit burned out on random people on the internet, but I'm going to try again. So I've got some CP feedback to give to this woman I'm CPing with, and then hoping to get some feedback from her and do some revisions there. I don't think anything structural needs to change. I think it's really just adding scenes to deepen it. Then I think I'm gonna do Camp Nano in July. July is my month off. I'm 11th month contract with my job, and so my month off is mid-June to mid-July. And so I think I want to spend the rest of May and June spending some time really getting the beats organized, and even doing some scene writing for the middle grade project that is about boys going into an enchanted forest and discovering basically Norse creatures and having a quest adventure, a la kind of Fable Haven meets Magnus Chase meets Aragon. The nexus of those three middle grade novels for boys. And I have all the beats plotted, actually. I was gonna film that and just never got around to setting up the camera to film it, because you have to set it up, and I work from home and can't leave my equipment up. So I have the beats plotted. The ending beats are definitely can be rearranged. I'm kind of a pantser, although plotting does help. So I'd really like to use that story as my Camp Nano project. I'd love to get a completed zero draft by the end of July, 50,000 words. That would be epic. That'd be amazing. So I'm kind of setting myself up for that. My third WIP is the Warbringer story, the one that came to me in a dream. And honestly, guys, I'm taking a break from that right now. It's a big epic fantasy that I think needs to be more than one book, and that's a lot. That's a huge undertaking. And it's a huge undertaking when I don't have an agent, when it's not something I know I can sell, when it's something I want to write, but like I really want to get my foot in the door before I jump into the kind of novel that would take my whole attention, right? Where I would really need to focus on that. I want the story to live. I mean, it came to me as a living thing in a dream in a lot of ways. I want to play with the chosen one trope. I want to play with vampires, because that's one of the things I've realized. It's basically a vampire novel, and I want to play with that. And you know what my version of that would be. I want to read The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon, because I think some of my ideas might be similar to hers, although I've never read any of them. So they came to me, like I said, in a dream. Totally haven't read anything by her. I only follow her Twitter account, and she doesn't talk a lot about the actual story parts of her story. She talks about craft. So yeah, I'm putting that one on hold. Warbringer is on hold. I've beaten it out completely, including subplots and character arcs and all kinds of stuff, but I'm putting that one on hold to focus on the middle grade, to focus on the new normal, potentially Camp Nowhere, which is the new normal companion novel. That's the project for the summer. So that's my update for the 20th of May. I'm trying to get this up today. I think it's gonna storm here in the Appalachians. And I might go plant some plants. I'm gonna finish cooking dinner. I'm gonna hang out with my little bunny boo-boo, and I'll check with you guys later. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you're doing. What are you guys doing? Are you guys finding creativity? How has the pandemic changed your goals, right? Has it changed your goals, your dreams? Have you augmented? Have you had more time, less time, more creativity, less creativity? I'd love to hear how it's affecting you guys. Okay, I will check in with you guys later. Bye.